Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Interfaith Spiritual Center Worldwide. We want you to know wherever you are on your journey of spirit, you are welcome, loved, and accepted. Now is the time we quiet ourselves and prepare ourselves for service. In this veil, there's quite enough love for one like me. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for one like me. And there's quite enough peace, quite enough power to walk through my every spirit, one spirit is in this very this very room, there's quite enough love for all of us. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for all of us. And there's quite enough peace, quite enough power to walk through our every spirit, one spirit is in this very in this very room, there's quite enough love for all the world. In this very room, there's quite enough joy for all the world. And there's quite enough peace, quite enough power to walk through our memories. For spirit, one spirit is in this very is in this very room. Oh yes, there's quite enough love, quite enough peace, and quite enough power right here in this very room. And you want that I knew I could be. Oh, right there in that one moment in time, I will be. Oh yes, we will be free. Oh yeah, you're a winner for a lifetime with you. Each moment in time, let it shine. Give me one moment in time when I'm all that I knew I could be. Oh, why then, in that one moment in time, I will be. Oh, yes, we will be free. Oh, yes, we will be free. Oh, yes, we will be free. Once again, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Interfaith Spiritual Center Worldwide. We want you to know wherever you are on your journey of spirit, you are welcome, loved, and accepted. This is a way of life where we honor all paths to God. Our mission is to heal, inspire, empower, and prosper the world through love, prayer, meditation, and by sharing the principles and applications of successful living. You know what? Today, I'm sure there are many people out there that are having beautiful celebrations, birthdays, anniversaries, whatever it is. Just know that we are sending our love and blessings out to you today on your special day. I also want to remind you, if you or someone you know is in need of affirmative prayer, please place it in the comment box right below me, and know that our ministry of prayer will pray over it for 30 days, because we do know affirmative prayer does change things. Well, here we are in the last Sunday of February, the last day of February. Well, you know, our theme for this month has been the Aladdin factor. And I know we may have new viewers out there who are wondering, what is Interfaith Spiritual Center all about? Well, you know what? I'm going to ask my in-house audience to join us on what we believe our mission statement. So is everybody ready?
Yes.
All right. What we believe. We believe in God, the one power, presence, source, and substance of all that is, whose will for us is eternal bliss, love, health, prosperity, and good fortune. We believe the power and presence of God is within us, and that we can use that power to accomplish anything through our desires, beliefs, thoughts, words, and actions. We believe there are many paths to God. We embrace and support every person's right to worship as he or she chooses. We believe we are eternal and are given unlimited opportunities to succeed and attain our heartfelt desires and goals through prayer, meditation, and by practicing the principles of successful living. We believe that heaven is first a state of mind that we can attain now and forever. We believe in the law of life that states we get back what we give out. We believe that as our humanist gives way to the divine, the Christ consciousness arises triumphant and victorious. And so it is. That was beautiful. Thank you, everyone, and thank everyone out there. I'm sure you did a beautiful job with us. Well, you know, as I was saying, this is our last Sunday in February, and our theme for the month has been the Aladdin factor. And I'm going to state our affirmation, and then I'm going to ask our in-house audience. And if you'd like to join me right after, repeat it right after me. As we say yes to the adventures of life, the mystical, the magical, and the miraculous go before us and prepare the way, and so it is. Please join me. As we say yes to the adventures of life, the mystical, the magical, and the miraculous go before us and prepare the way, and so it is. Also, I want to remind you, on Wednesday night is Dr. Sharon's Spirit, Mind, and Body Connection. As we go into March, the theme will be Invisible Acts of Power. So please join her at 7:30 on Wednesday nights right here. Well, thank you once again for your kind attention. And now is the time that we bring Dr. Sharon up, who's going to do a beautiful meditation for you. Thank you so much.
Good morning to one and all. It's so wonderful to have Our in-house audience with us, I would just want to acknowledge Shirley, who comes all the way from Banning. We just really acknowledge that commitment. Our in-house mystic Kay, who comes from Palm Springs and has a wonderful, wonderful practice of, you are amazing palm reader. I mean, it's amazing. We believe in our way of life in the mystical element of metaphysics. So it's fascinating that people say, well, you know, that's that woo-woo stuff. But the truth is that there is a ground of being, and all paths that lead to God are good. And that whatever that modality is, if it leads us to the summit, guess what? The view is always the same from the summit, isn't it? Yes, so we welcome you, Kay. And our Doug Bridal is in from Washington and from Seattle, and he's back where he belongs, right? Yeah, we're so happy to see you, and thank you for the beautiful dozen white roses that are gorgeous. And our Joan of Angels, who lives right here in Desert Heart Springs and has an amazing practice, not only a chiropractor, not only a visionary artist, not only an amazing award-winning author. It just goes on and on. It's just so blessed to have your consciousness of healing and love and light. So we do have our 2 or 3 gathered together for a higher purpose here today. So I want you to know that if you are tuning in at this moment, this message is for you. That nothing happens by chance, does it? We have a divine appointment. And in this divine appointment, we open a portal and we allow God to do what God does best by means of each and every one of us who hear that call and answer. And you know what? We have answered that call here this morning, and we are absolutely open to allow God to do what God does best by means of us. And remember that whatever we call our higher power, it matters not, but to acknowledge that which is within us is greater than that which resides in the world of conditions, appearances, and effects. So let's take a deep cleansing breath all the way down to the soles of our feet. Breathe in the good, the true, and the beautiful, whatever you conceive that to be for you. This is the day the Lord hath made. Let us consciously choose to rejoice and be glad in it. It is a gift from God. And what we make of this thing called life is our gift back to God. So breathing all the way down to the soles of our feet, remembering our feet represent our understanding on the physical plane. For did not the psalmist say, with all you're getting, get understanding, for there is a spirit within humanity, greater than that which resides in the world. So breathing in, breathing out, letting go, and letting God do what God does best. And as we do this morning, as we take this deep cleansing breath, we're going to invite Miss Minnie to be with me. Okay. You know that we do our meditation in the Rose of Sharon Sanctuary, and we're not going to create any temptations today as we did last week for her. And we're going to acknowledge that we welcome all of our little 4-leggeds and our 2-leggeds that we walk hand in hand on the Earth Mother, remembering that we did not weave the web of life. We are merely a strand on it. And what happens to that web affects the strand. So with great unconditional positive regard, we bow to each other. We acknowledge our oneness. And what I know is that right now, somewhere in the world, a Jew is saying her prayers, a Hindu is chanting a mantra, and a Buddhist is kneeling at her sacred shrine. Right now, at this very moment, someone is lighting a candle in a cathedral. Someone is making their Hajj toward Mecca, for it is the will of Allah. And yet someone else is lighting a fire in a jungle, repeating an ancient mystical drama. Beauty behind us, beauty goes before us, beauty beneath us, beauty above us, beauty within us. We walk that beauty path here together on this amazing day. And if there's anyone tuning in at this moment that possibly cried themselves to sleep last night, I want you to know that you are not alone. The love of God surrounds you. The light of God enfolds you. The power of God protects you. And the presence of God watches over you. That wherever you are, God is. This is the truth for you and with you. So this morning, let's just breathe into this energy. Let's acknowledge that that which needs to be healed is healed. That which needs to be revealed is revealed. That which needs to be known is known. And that which needs to be released is released, quickly, gently, and with grace. For eye hath not seen nor ear heard, neither hath entered into the heart of humanity the things which God hath prepared for them that love. Love being the strongest power in the universe. So this morning, let us know that all cause, effect, record, and memory of that which no longer serves returns to its native nothingness from whence it came, because in truth, it is neither person, place, nor thing, only the life and the energy that we have given unto it. So we seek first the kingdom of God, whatever we conceive our God to be, whatever name we put on our higher power, knowing that all things are added unto us. That we affirm this morning, I am in perfect peace. My mind is stayed on thee. My mind is stayed on what is life-giving and life-affirming. I build on that. Let us bless our body temples this morning. Let us know that this body is a vehicle to do the will of He who sent us, that our God is bigger than any diagnosis. So we just let go of whatever it is that visitation of dis-ease returns to its native nothingness. We arise in this moment, whole, perfect, and complete. And what I know is that you are as close to God as I am ever going to get, and I am as close to God as you are ever going to get. And if I am in that place in me, and you are in that place in you, there is only one place. I'm opening this morning for abundance, knowing that God is our source. That we bless every avenue, every channel in which our good flows. But we know at the deepest level, God is our source. That we are happy, healthy, prosperous, and free. And that makes all the difference. Thank you, Father, Mother God, for this way of life, for the recognition that we are one beyond color, race, creed, sexual orientation, and political affiliation. We are one. We are so grateful for this realization, this revelation of truth that allows us to be in the world, but of a higher spiritual vibratory frequency. We are so deeply blessed. So I say, Shalom, peace. Shante, peace. Salam, peace. Peace, 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 peace. And so it is. And so it is. And now our beautiful Joan of Angels is going to share a wonderful spiritual reading on the light. And we're just so blessed to have you with us, and her radiance and her healing consciousness. So we're going to be listening and taking it in. And I invite all of you, just, as she's reading, just place your hand on your heart and feel that energy of light this morning.
Thank you. That was wonderful, Dr. Sharon. And everyone here and around the world, Interfaith Spiritual Center worldwide, the eternal flame of the lamp. Light is one of the most universal and fundamental symbols. It is the spiritual and the divine. It is illumination and intelligence. Light is the source of goodness and the ultimate reality. And it accompanies transcendence into the nirvana of Buddhist doctrine and its radiance of the angelic consciousness of the Christ. And Christos wisdom. When Jesus the Christ stated, I am the light of the world, he was declaring his transcendence over the human condition. Nur Tamid, Hebrew for eternal light, the lamp that burns perpetually in Jewish synagogues before or near the Ark of the Law, Aron HaKodesh. The Ner Tamid also represents the light that burned continuously in the western section of the ancient Temple of Jerusalem. In it, go, the Hebrew word for God, is Elohim, made light by the declaration God said, "Let there be light," and behold, there was light. In theology, divine light, also called divine radiance or divine refulgence, is an aspect of divine presence, specifically an unknown and mysterious ability of angels or human beings to express themselves communicatively through spiritual means rather than physical means. Life, the light of divinity, wisdom, intellect, and good works are all manifestations of the symbolic nature of the lamp. Lamps can also be a gateway to another plane, as in the story of Aladdin and the genie. Lighting the lamp brings protection of dark forces and can be the illumination of the spirit. Dr. Sharon Stroud's research into the eternal flame of the light of the lamp. Thank you.
Thank you.
And now we have our Reverend Fleet Easton. Come.
Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Why, when God He was, why He came along and He was. You see, I know He was. He washed my feet. Oh, yeah. All right, here we go. I know it was a happy day. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Why, when God He was, He came along and He was. You see, He came and He was. He washed my fears away. I know it was a happy day. Why, He taught me how to love and pray. While the love and pray. And to rejoice and pray every day. I said every day. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Why, when God He was, He came along and He was. You see, He came and He was. He washed my doubts away. I know it was a happy day. Why, it was such a happy day. I know it was a happy day. All right, here we go. Come on now. Happy day. Happy day. I know it was a happy day. He came and walked. He took his brother. He washed my fears away. He washed my doubts away. It was a happy day. I said, come happy day. It was a happy day. Yeah! Happy day! All right, thank you so much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Sharon's going to come up and give us our lesson for today. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. Don't we love that? I mean, that just absolutely at the very depth of our being, that energy, oh, happy day. And it is a happy day. And Joan and I were discussing that Sunday is our favorite day. It's a day we get to be with you, each other, and we get to share a universal message of oneness. This is why I love our way of life, is that we are sharing a universal message of loveness, of lovingness that moves beyond color, race, creed, sexual orientation, and political, I added political affiliation. And knowing that in this oneness, the blood that courses through my veins is the same color of the blood that courses through your veins. And in this oneness, we live and move and have our being. Oh, happy day. This is the day the Lord hath made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. It is a gift from God. And what we make of this thing called life is our gift back to God. Thank you, Father, Mother, God, for the recognition and the realization that we are in the world to live our life, to live, to love, to express, sometimes to weep. For every tear that falls, a flower grows in consciousness, doesn't it? We're watering the garden of our soul. And to absolutely the joy, which is the most infallible sign of the presence of God, the laughter, the energy of being in the world with quality, with excellence, with a recognition that we're here to live totally and completely. And I was sharing on our Wednesday Night Live that sometimes we don't always have the highest energy. We're part of the human condition. To me, that's a trigger. Let's rest, let's renew, let's regenerate, let's recreate our energy field. So this is our last Sunday on the Aladdin Factor, which I have loved sharing with you, and to acknowledge that we are lighting the magic lamp, and that lamp is within us. And the biblical verse that we become a lamp unto our feet. And what? The energy of God is a light unto our path, right? So that lamp unto our feet representing our understanding. And when the psalmists say, with all you're getting, get understanding, right? We're getting all this stuff and we're filling the coffers and going over here and over there. But with all you're getting, get understanding. For there is a spirit within man and within woman. And the breath of the Almighty hath given them life and understanding. Through this sacred understanding, we feel that compassion for the human condition, that we don't need to look outside ourselves and judge what's going on, but to send compassion, to send love, and to do what we can with the tools we've been given. So what do? We do what we can, where we are, with the tools that we have, and we keep growing and evolving. This is so important, to grow and evolve. And we were just speaking before the service that, technology, our computer is 5 years old. And I was noticing that there is a lesser quality on the computer than on my iPhone that I used to give my Wednesday Night Live presentations on, and how incredible it is that the pace of technology, but yet I bless technology because I'm not just seeing, this reflection of myself. I'm seeing into the camera's eye and into your eye. And the eye in which I see God is the same eye in which God sees me. We quicken that third eye. And if thine eye be single, Jesus said, thy whole being is filled with light. But if thine eye be evil, and what that means is negative, then thy whole being is filled with darkness. We don't get it. We're operating out of ego. We're operating out of effective life and victimhood and martyrdom. But when we step into taking responsibility for our life, we step on the magic carpet and we are ready to take that ride. In fact, on Halloween, someone sent me a card that said, has this beautiful little witch on the front of the card. It says, if the broom fits, ride it. And so whatever is in front of us at that moment, we're stepping on the magic carpet. Maybe we're taking that broom ride, whatever it is, to have the courage to act, isn't it? Because we can contemplate and we can meditate and we can theorize, but action with intention. And Jesus, who became the Christ, said, faith without works is dead. We put the works with the faith, the action with intention. So I love this topic today on the light. I love this energy of light. And what I know is that as we keep unfolding to the light, and that beautiful ancient proverb, when there is light in the soul, there is beauty in the person. When there is beauty in the person, there is harmony in the home. When there is harmony in the home, there is order in the nation. And when there is order in the nation, there is peace in the world. And what does it start out with? Light in the soul. And when we recognize that light in our soul and the beauty in one another and the harmony in the home, there's a harmony and balance. And that's why I love, feng shui and some of these ancient things of placement for the highest frequency and I love what Joan said, that I went in and blessed her home because there were some things going on. And so we blessed every room, and I took the sage, the sacred sage, and we called on the angels, the archangels, and all enlightened beings to cleanse, purify, harmonize, balance, attune, and heighten the energy field. And when I talked to her a few days later, she said when she walks in now, her home sings to her. I love that her home sings to her. And I feel that way in my home, that there is an energy here and I can feel it, and I can feel the unseen guides and the angelic realm. I feel it. I know that this energy is ever present. And I also know that when the ancients said, it's better to light one candle than curse the darkness, that whatever is going on in our life, let's light it up with love. Let's light it up being on the solution level. We can talk the problem. In fact, I was in our mineral hot springs. I went in for a little bit last night. I used to not go in on Saturday because I was, meditating. I thought, it's a full moon. I'm going to meditate under that full moon tonight and say, thank you, Father, Mother, God, for these healing minerals. That's why I moved here. And then I find myself, well, I've got this to do and that to do. And I got to get back into balance. So there is this person, she's in the minerals, and she's starting, to complain about, the water's too cold now, and it's this and it's that, and now they've cut the hours. Instead of 11, now we have to be out by 10, and she's going on and about, neighbors. And I said, you know what? I'm here to meditate on this beautiful moon, and whatever is going on with you, honey, let it go. Is the water going to get warmer by you complaining about it? I don't think so, but maybe you can rise above it, right? And so I said, let's just focus on this beauty, that we're in the minerals. Here's the mountains. Here, let's look at what works for you. So I got her off of that into, some of the gratitude. And when we get into gratitude and complaining and looking at what doesn't work, they can't operate from the same space, just as love and fear cannot operate from the same space. We're either in love or we're in fear. So when we're in love, that is the light that penetrates the fear and returns it to its native nothingness, right? I love the story about, there was a young girl, and she saw this darling older elderly man. And he had this beautiful bouquet of flowers, and they were on the bus. And she said, oh, I hope someday someone loves me enough to bring me a beautiful bouquet of flowers like you're taking to your loved one. He said, yes, I'm taking them to my wife. She goes, oh, that is so precious. I just love that. And may I smell them? And the fragrance, the fragrance just permeated the entire bus. And she smelled them, and she was just enraptured in the beauty of them. And then they came to the stop, and they were both getting out together. And he turned to her and he said, you know what? I think my wife would rather you have these today. And he gave her the bouquet of flowers. And as she saw him cross the street, she saw the sign. It was a cemetery. And he was going to take the flowers to his wife's grave. And he turned and said, I think she would rather have you have her flowers today. And the beauty of that energy and that moment and that love, and that he spoke truth, didn't he? In that moment, the joy on her face, and also the compassion and the understanding that he was crossing the street to go to his wife's grave and to commune with her in her energy. And that beauty and that light in the soul that moves beyond all the conditions that are showing up in our lives to what truly matters, right? And I find myself wishing for people to really get what truly matters and to experience what truly, truly matters in one's life. And one of the greatest stories is in the Kabbalah. And it's about a mystic from the first century named Abulafia. And Abulafia was studying the names and letters of God because in Kabbalah, they believe that each letter carries light. And so there are several really letters for God. In fact, I was given a beautiful book with the letters that represent God and that they carry a light and an energy. And he was, scribing and he was meditating and he was feeling this energy and his candle went out. So he got up to go and get a light for his candle. And what he noticed is that wherever he moved, the light followed him. He did not light the candle, but there was a light in the room that followed him wherever he happened to go in that room. And that as he sat, the light continued to brighten. And it got so powerful that he was illuminated in the light. And I have his meditations in a book that I've had for years. And it's The Mysticism of Abulafia, ancient Kabbalist. And in that ancient Kabbalah, to recognize the energy of light, the energy that allows us to illuminate our own thoughts and to get understanding. For with all our getting, get understanding. For there is that spirit within each and every one of us, guiding and directing us. And when Saul of Tarsus, who got on his horse, and he was not an advocate of Christianity whatsoever, and they were, meeting in the catacombs, and the Christians were meeting secretly, and he would report them. Very similar, isn't it, interestingly enough, to what some of the things that happened in the concentration camps. And so on this ride, he got on his horse. And as he's riding, galloping, he has this vision of light. And the light was so powerful that it knocked him off his horse. And when he got up, when he stood up, he was no longer Saul of Tarsus, was he? He was the Apostle Paul who became the greatest advocate of Christ consciousness, of the message. I am the light of the world. I am the light of the world. And when we understand that we are the light of the world, we get up. We're knocked down by the vicissitudes of life. We get up, we brush ourselves off, and we are in this world on the solution level to be in the world, but not of it. And in his advocacy, he wrote amazing works and began to embody Christ consciousness. You see, people that worship Jesus of Nazareth, I feel they're missing something, because when Jesus said, I of myself can do nothing, it's the Father within that does the work. The works that I do, even greater works you shall do than I do. He was not setting himself up as this great guru. Oh, come worship me. No, he was the example. The works that I do, ye shall do also, and even greater works ye shall do than I do. So that when we are so illuminated that the light can go out, the physical light can go out, the candle can be extinguished. But remember that even in death, it's not extinguishing the light, it's turning off the lamp, because dawn has come. Dawn has come for each and every one of us to recognize that we are the light of the world. That in this light, we so live our lives in such a way that everyone and anyone who comes within our energy field is healed and uplifted in our presence. Yes, when there is light in the soul, there is beauty in the person. When there is beauty in the person, there is harmony in the home. When there is harmony in the home, there is order in the nation. When there is order in the nation, there is peace in the world. Let's shift the scales in favor of world peace. Let's be the change we want to see in the world, so that truly, when people are in our presence, they feel that energy and are uplifted in our presence. Today, we let our light so shine before the world that they see who we are, and they glorify the energy, that higher energy that is emanating from us. Yes, I offer you this bouquet of flowers because I think my loved one would rather you have them. Because energetically, the veil is very thin. In fact, it was so interesting. I have a program from my husband's 20th anniversary of moving off the planet, and I donated a fountain to a certain ministry, and we had a beautiful gathering on his 20th anniversary of passing. And his aunts were there who have now passed on and would share their experiences of Neil Stroud and what an amazing, loving young boy he was. And he was an amazing person. And when people say, who are your mentors? He was definitely one of my mentors. He came in with unconditional love. He came in with seeing every person and their potential. And he taught 5th grade. And he had the class. He asked them, what are your dreams? What do you want to do? And they all, this was English as a second language. And so it was a disadvantaged area school. They all wanted to go to Magic Mountain. His school was in Pacoima, which is in the San Fernando Valley, which is a lower income area. So he had them collect tin cans to recycle, to pay their own way to go to Magic Mountain, so they would feel the self-esteem that they had worked towards something, and this was the fruition of it. And he was an advocate of Jack Canfield's how to teach self-esteem, 101 ways to teach self-esteem in the classroom. So he was advocating this. And when he made his transition in 1977, 7/11/77, there were 500 students that had formerly been in his 5th grade class that said that Mr. Stroud transformed my life, that I wouldn't be, in college today if it weren't for him. I wouldn't be studying law if it weren't for him. I wouldn't want to be a doctor if it weren't for him. All of these amazing accolades that he received, and the difference to pass when you're 34 years young and to have made that level of a difference in young people's lives. And what I know is that is the energy. Remember that life is a self-evolving circle, imperceptibly small at first, reaching outward into ever widening, rippling out into ever widening circles toward infinity, that we are making an amazing difference. And he used to say to me, you are a natural in the ministry. I really admire you. And I feel that you've embodied this. And now, I learned from you. And we had this symbiotic relationship and the best of friends, not only husband and wife. So I feel that when I saw his program this morning on a table from his 20th anniversary of passing, that he too is here in the energy field. I don't know how it got in here, but it was in here. It was an interesting experience to see that picture of that 34-year-old man and the recognition and the difference that he made in my life that has moved into my daughter's life, who she teaches 2nd grade, and said, I'm changing the world, Mother, 1 second grader at a time. And of course, we don't value our educators in our country as they do in Europe. So my husband had his broker's license to support his teaching hobby, as he called it. So in the summer, that's what he would do when they would have the summers off. And we were very resourceful and love this way of life, because this way of life is transforming, and that it gives us the opportunity to be all that we can be every single day of our lives. Yes, we have lower energy days. Yes, we have sadnesses. We have disappointments. We feel discouraged at times. And then we surrender to the process. And as we let go and let God do what God does best, what happens? The light fills the void. The love fills the void. The gratitude fills the void. And we are now at ourselves making a difference. And that difference is showing up in every single interaction. So today I greet you, not quite as the world greets you, but with profound esteem in the recognition of our oneness, because we're all on a path, aren't we? And where is it? Higher yet. Where is it? Higher yet. Where is it? Higher yet. Because we are in a high place and we will not come down. We are in a high place. Thank you, Father, Mother, God, for this way of life and the recognition that we are going higher yet in consciousness through the evolution of our own unfoldment and the recognition of who and what we are. So I say to you, namaste. The God in me celebrates the God in you, and the God in you celebrates the God in me. And if I am in that place in me and you are in that place in you, there is only one of us. Namaste. Shalom, the peace that passes all understanding. And God bless us, everyone. And so it is. Thank you so much. And as I introduce our Prince Fleet, yes, you may acknowledge me. I'm very much into acknowledgement and the recognition that everything that we do, and I'm the greatest acknowledger, because I feel that everything we do, if I acknowledge you, what does it do? It expands my heart. It expands my energy field and allows me to be all that I can be. So as I introduce our Reverend, the Reverend Prince Fleet Easton, I want to just leave this thought with you. It was a card that I received, and it said, "It is the light that urges the flower to open its heart to the world." It is the light that urges the flower to open its heart to the world. And today we open our hearts to you with great esteem as we bring on the Reverend Prince Fleet Easton.
I pray you'll be my eyes and watch me where I and help me to be wise in times when I don't know. Let this be my prayer when I lose my way. Lead us to a place, guide us with your grace, to a place where we'll be safe. La luce che tu fai nel coro resta riguardarci interno dentro sé nella mia preghiera until lead us to a place, guide us with your grace, to a place where we'll be safe. Lord, send up your land, la forza che ci dai, Gesù che uva traviamo, entrando dentro sé. This be my prayer, just like every child. Needs to find a place, guide us with your grace, to a place where we'll be safe. La perché hai acceso sento che ci serve Thank you so much, everyone. And now is the time Dr. Sharon takes our offering.
I just love that song just so much. And singing in Italian as well, our Prince Fleet can just about do anything, right? So this is our time of giving and receiving. And what I want you to know is that our doors are open because of you, and that we have certain fixed expenses every month, just like everyone does in running a business. And that we're not paying, the $1,000 a month to the Lieberman as we were, but we still have our fixed expenses and we need to upgrade our equipment. So those of you who have been tithing and giving of your love offerings and your financial gifts, I want you to know we are in such gratitude. And so we're going through this little fundraising to up-level our equipment, to get to a place of being state of the art so that our message can go out in a quality that it's received and you can feel it and it's absolutely magnificent. And we are so grateful that we are just setting, this in motion, knowing that it's an already accomplished fact in mind and experience. So please, let's just say it together. Go into your program and don't repeat after me. Let's just say it together. I give this gift with love and joy. I give this gift as an expression of who I am. In giving to God, I give to myself. I give thanks for the abundance that is mine, and so it is. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. Okay, so we're blessing the offering and we're acknowledging that these gifts were given in love, pressed down, shaken together, and flowing over into every area of our life. For we do know the same opening that we give through is the same opening we receive through. And so it is. Amen. Wonderful. And at this time, we're going to conclude our Sunday service with our theme song, which has been what? Shower the people with love. So if our viewing audience and our in-house audience, we're just going to join together and we're going to feel the love and the energy and shower the people with love, sweet love.
Yeah.
Why you can play the game, you can act out the part, though you know it wasn't written for you. But tell me how you're gonna stand there with a broken heart, ashamed of playing the fool. While one thing can lead to another, it doesn't take any sacrifice. Oh, father and mother, sister and brother, if it feels nice, do it twice. And just shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. What I mean to say is shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. You know that you can run, but you can't hide. This is widely known. And what you plan to do with your foolish pride when you're standing by yourself all alone. You know that once you tell somebody the way you feel, you can feel it beginning to ease. I guess it's true what they say about the squeaky wheel, always getting the grease. So you better shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. What I need to say is shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Just shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Make it rain, rain love. Make it rain, rain love. Oh, once again, thank you so much, everyone out there in viewing land, for joining us today, right here at Interfaith Spiritual Center Worldwide. As I always say in the beginning of our service, wherever you are on your journey of spirit, you are welcome, loved, and accepted. This is a way of life where we honor all paths to God. Once again, we're sending all our blessings out to everyone today, and I wanted to remind you that, remember, on Wednesday night, Spirit, Mind, and Body Connection with Dr. Sharon Stroud at 7:30, and this upcoming month, the month of March, is going to be Invisible Acts of Power. So please join her on that. Me and Minnie are going to go have lunch now, and we want to wish you all a beautiful, blessed day, and we'll see you again this time next week. So everyone go out. Oh, see, she's giving me kisses, and she's giving everyone kisses too. So you all have a beautiful, blessed day. Take care, and God bless.